because the center, all things come from the center. So this is why the North Pole is so important, because this is why it's so important, because this is where the creation sparked from, the center. This is where the most electromagnetic energy is stored. So this is why the northern lights come from the center. It's electromagnetic energy. This is what the northern lights are. It's being emitted from this black hole in the center. Okay? And obviously what else is on the center? Polaris. Polaris is the center star. Okay? So the center star is what sits on top of this North Pole, Polaris, because it's a pole of electromagnetic energy, symbolized as a black rock, a black hole, pole. You see, because all creation comes from void. Light is born from darkness. Without light, darkness can't be born from light. You see, but light can be born from darkness. This is why darkness is so important. And this is why there's a black hole in the center of our realm, like the black sun. The black sun. The Polaris star, the North Star. You see, so this is this North Pole, Polaris. This is what they're talking about. And this is why compasses are an 8-pointed star, because Polaris is symbolized as an 8-pointed star. This is where a compass will point you to. It will point you to that center. So notice how a compass has this black hole in the middle, you see, and it will point you to this meeting point, the north, because in the center is the center of the torus field of the earth. This is where the most electromagnetic energy is. You see, everything gets sucked into the black hole. Okay, this whole reality is being projected from that center point, just like your eyes suck in light. It's a black hole. Your eyes suck in the light of this light being emitted from this center place, this electromagnetic energy at the center, which is the seed of everything, of everyone. You see, just like an apple has the seed in the center in darkness, because in the center of the apple it's dark, it's black, it's pitch black, but that's where the seeds are, that's where the life is. But Polaris is so important because it's that center star which lines up. It is the pole, it's the top of the pole of the torus field. So Polaris would be here at the very, very top. And this is where the compasses point you to. And this is why the Star of Ishtar, the 8-pointed star of the Sumerians, also talked about this 8-pointed star, and it's called the Star of Ishtar. Okay, and who is Ishtar? Ishtar is the goddess. Okay, so she's not a male, she's a female, because every creation is brought through a female, a womb. Every single human on earth is brought through the womb, the sacred feminine energy, and the womb is pure darkness. There's no light in a womb, just like the center of our realm. There's no, it's a black hole. Okay, and guess what? She's the god of fertility and sexuality. She is responsible for all life. Okay, so the Star of Ishtar is the Star of Polaris, which is symbolizing the responsibility for all life, the center. the center of our realm, the black sun, the black hole. Okay, so this is what that god of Ishtar of the Sumerians is talking about, the goddess, the womb, the seed of creation. So this would be the portal, more than likely the portal in and out of our realm, because it's the top of the Taurus field. And what's above this realm is the heavens. So this is where you get sucked in from the heavens. Your soul gets sucked in and brought onto this plane of existence called Earth. These are some space NASA symbols. Look how much Polaris symbolism there is, and notice how it's at the center. You see this circle? This is like a half circle, and at the center is an 8-pointed star of Ishtar. It's the same thing. It's Polaris. It's at the center. And notice on some of these, look, this one is a bear holding the key and an arrow pointing to the Polaris star, so that they hold the key to Polaris. Another one with like a demon holding a key to the what? Polaris on top of him. Also an eagle, which is a Masonic symbol, the eagle holding a key. On top of the center, you see, and notice how there's an arrow going up to the Polaris and an arrow down, as above, so below, to Earth. So you can go out to Earth, out of Earth, and into Earth through Polaris, and the eagle holds the key. You see? The eagle holds the key, just like this. This demon dragon holds the key to Polaris. And look at this one, Earth, with an arrow up to Polaris, the 8-pointed star. So Polaris is more than likely that portal which the Anunnaki used, the Sumerian gods used, because the Anunnaki symbol is also an 8-pointed star. Okay, and like I said, that center is the seed of creation. The center is the black hole. Okay, just like your pineal gland is at the center of your brain. The pineal gland is at the center of your brain, and that's what connects you to that spirit realm, to the source. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all learned something today. Please leave a like, a comment, and please subscribe to the channel for more content. God bless you all.
Welcome to Revival of Wisdom.
Welcome people. We're back with another video. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss a video. The Earth is a giant torus field consisting of a positive and a negative pole. The sun being the cathode with a positive charge, and the moon being the anode with a negative charge. This is why the sun rules over the day, giving you lots of energy, and the moon taking your energy from you, making you go to sleep. Now, the plane that we live on is called the plane of inertia, and at the center of this plane of inertia is the North Pole. This is where the two electromagnetical energies meet. Now, this is where the most electromagnetic energy is stored. This is why all compasses will point north, because it's the most magnetic place in this reality. So the sun and the moon is spinning around this center point, which is stirring the ether of this reality and making everything move in circles, meaning this is a cycle. Everything's recycling itself. It's an organic simulation. The ancients also knew about this sacred land at the center of this reality, known as the North Pole. As you can see on this map from the 1500s of the North Pole, You can see 4 islands around this center black rock. Ancient civilizations like the Mayans, the Buddhists, and ancient Chinese also depict these 4 islands. The endless symbology of these sacred lands at the center has been going on for thousands of years. These sort of secrets are now kept by the elites, but as always they have to show the truth in plain sight, and this is what they are doing with the Windows symbol and also the Wizard of Oz. Now in the Wizard of Oz, as you can see, there's something called Munchkin Land. Munchkins are these unusually short people. Then on the ancient 1500s map it says Pygmy, and then the Pygmy people in mythology are also these unusually short people. Just like Santa and his elves, they come from the North Pole, and elves are these unusually short people. These stories that we are told about Santa and Munchkins are putting truth in plain sight about this sacred land. This sacred land at the center of the earth is where the aurora borealis comes from and is being emitted from this black hole in the center, also known as the black sun. The aurora borealis is the Earth's aura, hence why it has the word aura inside of it. It is the life-giving essence to all life within this realm. As this dualistic reality we live in consists of both physical and spiritual, the black sun is like our sun for the spirit. It's our spiritual umbilical cord, connecting us to the spirit realm. And the rising sun is the opposite. It's our sun for our physical 666 carbon suits, known as our human body, our physical aspect. As it states in the 40,000-year-old emerald tablets, deep in Earth's heart lies the flower, the source of the spirit. The flower of life is as thine own place of spirit, and streams through the earth as thine flows through thy form, giving off life to the earth and its children. So the North Pole is the core of this spiritual reality, and the closer you get to it, the more spiritual and lucid it becomes. So the elites have covered this up in order for us to forget the true nature of this reality. And they did this cover up by introducing the globe model. Nicholas Copernicus was around in the 1400s, and he introduced the globe model. As you can see, he is a Freemason. He depicts himself with a globe and a Masonic compass in all of his paintings and portraits. Galileo was also a Freemason, as you could see in all of his portraits with a globe and a Masonic compass. He was also a massive part of introducing the globe model after Nicholas Copernicus. So yes, the globe model was a spiritual and political move to gain more control over the masses. After the globe model was then introduced, they introduced the theory of evolution by another Freemason, Charles Darwin. See how these two theories go hand in hand? They both degrade humanity, and they make you confused of where we actually came from. By hiding the true form of this divine creation and hiding the true power of each and every one of us, they maintain control over the masses. Now this is order out of chaos, known to be the 33rd degree slogan of Freemasonry. Now this is the Masonic cosmology, and as you can see, you have the checkered board for the duality, the 5-pointed star for the 5 elements, the 4 corners for the 4 pillars, the all-seeing eye, which is Polaris, the sun, the moon, and the 7 stars. So even Freemasons are taught the flat earth cosmology and the true form of this reality. Now the true nature of the sun, the moon, and the earth is shown and reflected through the Masonic compass. The Masonic compass is the sun, the moon, Polaris at the top, and the black sun at the bottom. It makes sense why all the scientists who introduced the globe model all used the compass and the globe together, because it's truth in plain sight. As I explained in my other video, all Freemasons have to take the oath, so it goes to show
Why are we all learning these theories from Freemasons who can't talk about certain topics that they learn about? Why should we believe their theories when they're holding back the real truth about this reality? Now, going on to NASA. NASA means to deceive in Hebrew, and they are also funded by the government. They are not a private company. The old owner of NASA, Werner von Braun, on his grave has the Bible verse Psalms 91. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Now, why would the owner of NASA put this on his grave? Seems a bit suspicious to me, alongside with the NASA astronauts are all Freemasons. And not to mention the countless mistakes they've made on their live videos in space stations, the moon landing, and the CGI footage of the Earth, which is obviously photoshopped. Just by tricking the masses that they live on a spinning ball, the elites gain the perception of the masses. Not only does it hide the divine creation we're inside of, it hides the divine spark within you. It hides the creator, the source. And by believing in space and we live on a spinning ball, it makes people come to the interpretation of that we are a coincidence and we do not have any purpose. And of course this is false. When you come to realization that we are all a divine creation and we can create our own divine life in this reality, life becomes more sacred and you start to enjoy little things. The elites want you to believe everything exists only in the five senses. They want you constantly looking outside of yourself because they know that will keep you on lower states of consciousness. Now this brings me to our next point. By tricking the masses into the heliocentric model, the elites started to advertise aliens in the movies, in cartoons and magazines in the late 1940s. Now this is subconsciously programming us about aliens and extraterrestrial threats, which then they can use to their advantage. And this is something called Project Bluebeam. They are more than likely going to fake an alien invasion to push this 2040 agenda, which is for one government and one ruling currency. That's it for this video, guys and girls. Hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like and a comment. God bless you all. Welcome people, we're back with another video. I will now be keeping track of my YouTube and trying to upload every week. In this video we'll be talking about the chakras. The chakras are the 7 attributes of God, and they are the 7 planets. These are literally vortex portals within us that connect us to these vices and characteristics of God. Each one of these energy centers are a spinning whirl of energy which controls the cells and organs in that particular area of the body. For example, it's literally a mini brain for that area of the body. Each chakra has a vice which you need to turn to a virtue in order to climb up through the system. They work like a stairway system. You have to go through each chakra in order to unlock the one above. This process is turning matter into spirit as you descended from spirit to matter. Saturn is Satan, that's why it's the lowest chakra, and that's why the devil is red, because red is the lowest vibrational color. When you are in these lower states of consciousness, you are in your animal nature. This is your physical side of your nature, and you are mainly being driven by your animal instincts or your ego. Moving back to your higher self or your spirit self is not an easy process. It takes a while. However, with discipline, consistency, and motivation, you can achieve this, and this is what the ancients called Christ consciousness. Once you have achieved this, it is basically a state of mastery of the mind. You no longer lust for the lower animal nature things. Now let's start with the root chakra. This is located at the base of your spine, and you can feel this chakra by tensing your anus. This energy center is in control of your survival needs, your vitality, your stability, and security. Now, if this chakra is unbalanced, you will feel insecure, fear, anxiety, unstable, low self-esteem, anemia, over or underweight, and constipation. In order to balance this chakra, you need to feel grounded, embodied, stable, calm, centered, a sense of safety, and trust in yourself and the world around you. The next chakra is the sacral chakra, which is located around the belly button area. You can feel this chakra just by sucking in your belly. This chakra is to do with relationships, self-worth, creativity, empathy, and most importantly, sexuality. This is the most important one in order to start to raise your vibration overall, is giving up the over-sexualized nature. In order to balance this chakra, you need to come into harmony with all the toxic relationships that you have. Get rid of the fear, the anxiety, the isolation, and 100% get rid of the over-sexualized nature. Lust is one of the most lowest vibrations you could possibly feel. It is literally manifesting hell. In order to work on this chakra, you need to feel self-worth. You need to do creative things, empathy, healthy relationships, and 100% being confident. The next chakra is the solar plexus. This is to do with personal power, will, metabolism, eating, happiness, and your self-esteem and self-identification. You can feel this chakra just above your belly, below your ribs, and you can suck in this area. If this chakra is blocked, you will feel lack of confidence, difficulty in manifesting your desires, low self-esteem, misuse of power, misuse of dominance, weak will, and shame in yourself. Biggest one for this chakra is overeating, as it's to do with metabolism. If you are overeating, you are literally unbalancing a lot of your lower chakras, not just the solar plexus. In order to work on this chakra and balance it, you want to have a positive self-identification. You want to feel happy, a happy self-esteem, effectiveness to people, not overeating, and a strong willpower. Now for the heart chakra, one of the most important chakras. Chakra is to do with love, understanding, trust, hope, openness, compassion, balance, and forgiveness. The most important because your heart is the tree of life in the body. It is the center of the toroidal field. It is the most powerful chakra. Your heart is 5,000 times stronger magnetically than your brain. Once you have hit the heart chakra and you start surpassing the heart chakra, you are now turning matter into spirit, as the lower three chakras are dense and physical, and the above the heart chakra are turning to spirit. As you can see already, this is a hard and long process of working on yourself physically and internally. The symptoms of a blocked heart chakra would be lack of love or too much love, difficulty to accepting or giving love, lack of compassion, loneliness, and lack of emotional fulfillment. Finally, a lack of connection with a divine or to nature. In order to balance this chakra, the most important thing and the most powerful thing you can do is loving people, accepting and giving lots of love. Second most important thing to balance the heart chakra is balance. You need a balanced life. You need balance in all aspects of your life. Now for the throat chakra. This is a very important chakra as it's to do with communication. A symptom of this being unbalanced is a lack of self-expression and putting on a front all the time, acting with the ego. In order to balance this chakra, you need to constantly self-express yourself. You can't be putting on a front. That voice inside your head, you have to let it come outward. Don't just block it off with a wall. Self-expression will lead to you gaining friends who actually like you for being you, and not these fake friends that you have to put on an ego for. In order to balance this chakra, you need to express yourself, express the word that's within you. Don't be lying to people, don't deceive or be deceptive. The next chakra is the third eye chakra. This is starting to get very advanced and you are coming very close to spirit. Just before we head on, I want to announce the PDF is now available, containing all the presentations I've ever made, all into a condensed 38-page PDF. The link will be below this video for you to access. And if you want to learn how to create reality using your mind, how to attract your desires, how to get out of the situation you are in, the link will also be there for the Manifestation Mastery course. Now for the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra controls the pineal gland, which is your first eye. It's to do with your psychic abilities, channeling, telepathy, astral travel, visions, and connection to the higher self. You need all of the chakras aligned to get the full potential out of your third eye or pineal gland chakra. For example, if you're astral traveling and you fear something, you will be instantly shot back to your body. So you need to master all of the chakras before you go on and try and do these higher spiritual activities. Symptoms of the third eye chakra being blocked is lack of imagination, lack of vision, lack of concentration, blocked or clouded intuition, can't see the big picture, and especially overly reliant on logic and intellectual thinking. A good way to work on this chakra is imagining things, vision things, trust your intuition at all times, always follow that inner voice. Cut out the tap water which contains fluoride. Fluoride blocks the pineal gland. And cut out all junk food because all of this is affecting your pineal gland. When in meditation, you want to focus your eyes and your attention to the center of your head between the two eyebrows. This is where the pineal gland is located. This will help and awaken the pineal gland over time when you keep doing these meditations. Finally, for the crown chakra, this is to do with universal consciousness, all-knowing, enlightenment, cosmic connections, the God source. This chakra is blocked by being cut off from spirituality, plagued by the senses, being tricked into the five senses and being tricked into thinking you are the body. In order to work on this chakra, you need to feel grounded. You need to know yourself, your real self, the voice within you. Have common sense, have specific decisions that you're making, be very direct. Now we've got out of the way all of the chakras, I can now introduce methods and meditations which will help you unblock them spiritually. When meditating, you want to get into the present moment in a nice, comfortable position. Bring yourself to the present moment by saying, I am here right now, nothing else matters. Keep repeating this over and over with your eyes open or closed. After a couple minutes of bringing your attention to the present moment, you can now start to breathe in through the nose deeply and breathe out through the mouth slower than you breathed in. Place your attention on the chakra that you want to balance. Think of a high vibrational emotion like love and think of this while placing your attention on that chakra. You can do this exercise every day for 10 to 20 to 30 minutes. The longer the better. Another practice you can do is by chanting the Bee Gees for each chakra. They are here starting from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra. Or you can chant the 7 vowels. There are not 5, there are actually 7. A, E, A, O, U, M. A, I, O. This is the proper way of pronouncing the 7 vowels. These are so powerful because these are the only things that exist. It is literally the sound of God. By pronouncing them right, you can actually create a lot of power within you and align your chakras. That's it for this video, people. I'd appreciate a comment and a like to help the algorithm. I appreciate you all. Love and light.
Welcome to Revival of Wisdom.
Welcome people. We're back with another video. Please make sure to hit the like, the subscribe button, and turn on notifications to never miss a video. The Vatican is a giant key from a bird's eye view, and it also contains an 8-pointed star. The Anunnaki Sumerian gods also depicted this 8-pointed star. The sky god Anu from the Anunnaki also uses the 8-pointed star for his symbol. And even Freemasons depict an 8-pointed luminary with a ladder and a key. This is symbolizing the key to ascension up to the 8-pointed star, which is Polaris. Polaris is always depicted as an 8-pointed star. Polaris is the standstill star at the very center of our realm, which is perfectly aligned with the North Pole. The Earth is a giant torus field, and at the center is where the most electromagnetic energy is stored. This is why all compasses point to the north. Hence why a compass is an 8-pointed star, because it points you to Polaris, which is the North Pole, the center of this realm. The 8 points of the 8-pointed star symbolize the 8 points in space and time. So yes, Polaris is the portal which you ascend through if you outgrow this consciousness by aligning your chakras. Our earthly realm is a macrocosmic reflection of us, and we as humans are the micro reflection, with the earth containing its 7 chakras as well as us. The North Pole is the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. So the key to ascension is held by the Vatican, hence why it's a giant key, because they mislead the masses through their religions, which teaches the masses to look outside of themselves. As stated in the 20,000-year-old emerald tablets written by the Egyptian god Thoth. On Earth, man is in bondage, bound by space and time to the Earth plane. Encircling each planet, a wave of vibration binds him to his plane of unfoldment. Yet within man is the key to releasement. Within man may freedom be found. So the 7 planets are associated with each 7 chakras. The lowest chakra being the root chakra, which is associated with Saturn. This is why the elites love Saturn and reflect it in all of their symbols, because the chakras are an ascension of spiritual principles, starting from the material and ascending up to the spiritual, the crown chakra. However, evil love bondage, and they are trapping souls in the physical realm by stopping and provoking the ascension process. They do this by abusing the energy of Saturn, and Saturn is associated with the lowest chakra. The lower 3 chakras are associated with survival mode, which keeps the consciousness in a constant state of fear and only aware of its surroundings. Once you start to ascend up your chakras, you become more consciously aware of spiritual deeds. And this is the process of returning back to your true spiritual form. Going back to Polaris and its connection to ascension, Kanye West symbolizes this on his music video 24. As you see him rise up into the sky, you see an 8-pointed shape around him, which symbolizes the 8-pointed star, as you see the beam of light. And even NASA symbolize this in their Space Delta logos, a bear holding a key with an arrow up to Polaris, the 8-pointed star. Here's another NASA logo of an arrow from the Earth to Polaris. The series Lock and Key on Netflix is all about portals and doorways, and they have the Kundalini energy as one of their keys, Kundalini energy is the energy which rises up the spine, the 33 vertebrae, and activates the third eye. The third eye is the spiritual gland which connects humans to other spiritual realms. We are not the body. Our spirit, our soul inhabits the body. We exist physically, spiritually, and mentally. Therefore, we are multidimensional. The intellectual and spiritual inhabit the body. Therefore, this is just an avatar within this timeline. However, within each and every one of us, we all have the key to releasement, as says in the Emerald Tablets. This releasement is ascension up until higher states of consciousness. As stated in the Emerald Tablets, man is in process of changing to forms that are not of this world. Grows he in time to the formless, a plane on a cycle above. And another one saying, man is a flame bound to a mountain, but we in our cycle shall ever be free. Know ye, O man, that when ye have progressed into the cycle that lengthen above, life itself will pass to the darkness, and only the essence of the soul shall remain. That's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and comment any subjects you want me to talk about. God bless you all.
Hello and welcome to another video, people. Before we start, please like, comment and subscribe if you wish to see more content. Today we're going to be talking about the mental universe and how everything is mental. This is the #1 law on the Kabbalion. If you've never read that book, it's called The Kabbalion. A very good book. It's the first law because this is the most important thing you need to understand. Is how everything exists within the mind. Behind every single one of these eyes is the same consciousness expressed in different bodies. The mind is what gives perception to what you're experiencing. Behind every single one of these eyes is the exact same consciousness, but the brain that they inhabit is giving them a different perception, a different being, a different body. Now, this is the difference between humans and animals. Humans possess a advanced consciousness, an advanced mind that gives us the ability to be aware of ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. We can reflect on ourselves. When a dog looks in the mirror or an animal looks in the mirror, it doesn't know what it's looking at. It doesn't realize it has a consciousness. It can't reflect on itself. It can't say, I want to improve in this area. It doesn't have that consciousness. We have a divine consciousness. Take away the N for divine, and you get with a D, put it with a D, you get divide, because we have a divided two-way consciousness. An animal only has one. However, it's still the same mind. We're all mind. We're all mental. We all exist within the mental plane. Look at this person walking. The body, the brain, is sending electrical signals through the 12 cranial nerves, which the 12 disciples that spread the gospel of Jesus, right? You have 12 cranial nerves in your brain. There are 12 disciples which spread the gospel of Jesus. Jesus represents the mind, the intelligence, the invisible intelligence that we all are, the same intelligence, the same exact consciousness, which then sends a command into the brain then the brain sends these 12 these 12 electrical signals through the 12 cranial nerves to control the rest of the body through the nervous system. This person walking is not, the body is not walking. The mind is telling it to walk. And the brain is it's a supercomputer which is decoding these demands given to it by the mind. Because the pineal gland will have something to do with the ether, because the ether is physical and non-physical. The mind is sending the commands through the ether to the pineal gland, which is then getting broken down into electrical codes within the brain and sent throughout the nervous system to control the body. And this is why in the Sims simulation, because the body's the simulation to false reality, it's the fake reality, it's not the real you. You are formless, there is no form, but the third dimension is a dimension within your mind. Matter, mind, light is all a product of your mind. It's all in the mind. Now, this is why The Sims has this green little diamond on top of the head. Because this is you. This is your invisible intelligence controlling the character. Okay? It's controlling the character. And this character is in the world. Your consciousness isn't in the world. The world exists within you, but the body is a vehicle for that realm that you land in. When you have a dream, your mind transcends this body into another body, duplicates your body into another universe, unite. Unite is one. We're all one. It's all one universe, expressed in many different ways, infinitely. And the vehicle that you land in is the body to operate in that realm. This is the all-seeing eye, as you see here. The I, this is all the intelligence. This is the ball of consciousness, God, expressed in different bodies. We're all this same one in different bodies, as you can see here. And this intelligence is expressing infinitely throughout the universe. An infinite universe. There's no beginning, no end. There was no beginning of the universe. There is no end. It's infinite. Always has and always will. But the mind is what gives you the ability to explore the universe, to make perception of it. We are God in disguise. We are God in disguise. We are God in flesh. But the body can become attached to the mind, can become attached to the body if the mind is not aware of itself. When the mind is that blinded by matter, and we lack knowledge and understanding of what we truly are, a formless, infinite being, a traveler. This is why Freemasons are called Freemasons. Mason means traveler. Free. You're a free traveler because your consciousness is a traveler of the universe. When we lack understanding, our mind bounds to the body because we don't separate the body with our different layers of consciousness. When we separate them and identify that we are mind, body, emotion, you then can apply this knowledge to when you want to astral travel and explore the different realms of your mind, because the mind is the universe. People, this is what we need to understand. The mind is the universe. I am you and you are me. This is the Egyptians showing you this. The Ankh is the symbol of life.
This is the one ball of consciousness, mind, giving it the Ankh life to all the different life forms. The cows, the birds, the snakes, and the big Ankh given to the humans, because the humans are the most intelligent. We have the most advanced consciousness. We have the most advanced consciousness. This is why the one is giving a big Ankh to the humans here. Here you see it again. This is not the sun. This is also showing Ankh giving out its life to all things infinitely. And this is the Most High. We are the Most High in disguise. When we strip off the body, we strip off the desires for the physical world, we strip off all these fake identities that the mind gets attached to. That is God. The universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. I and I. The letter I and the number 1 is just one line. The letter I is the number 1. Because your I am, when you refer to yourself as I, every single one of you who's watching this video refers to yourself as I, which is the one. We are all the one. We are all intelligence. We are all invisible. We are all the one. 1 is the only number. 1, 2, 3. Everything goes up in ones because there is only one. Doesn't matter how far you go down the line with numbers, all of their numbers are created by 1 because there is only one. So me and you are the exact same consciousness expressed in different bodies. Mind. Cause. There is only one cause. There is only one mind. There is only one being. But because we lack understanding of this, we think we are the bodies. And this causes division, because the physical world is the most illusionary world. It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. Now you see with the two, you look with the two eyes, but you see with the inner eye, the mind. Okay? The mind is the mental plane is a shared plane. And it gives perception to what you're looking at. The mind. I'm affecting you when I speak. Because the mental plane is shared. We all share mind. We all express mind. When I'm speaking to you, I'm affecting you because we are mind. So the words that I'm saying, which are being manifested from my mind, are being manifested through my body into vibration, is affecting you. I'm affecting you with what I'm saying. And these words are having an effect on your mind because we're all mind. This is why you need to be careful what you're listening to, music and all sorts. Because music can also create thought loops within your mind. Because the chorus, we shouldn't be listening to choruses. Choruses are loops. And what they're saying in the chorus is being looped. And this can create thought loops within your mind. Go and listen to an old song that you used to listen to about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Go and listen to an old song, and you guess what? You will get nostalgia. Why will you get nostalgia? Because that song will trigger the thoughts that you were thinking in that time of listening to that song. So songs with choruses create thought loops. And they reprogram your subconscious mind. It's important why music is very powerful. Mine and mind, same word. See, language is the truth, people. This is why I use language in all of my presentations, especially the English language. It's riddled with occult truth. I is my me, I, you and me, or I, one. We are not the name, we are I. Every single one of you is I, because we are all the one, all mind. Now, the only thing that is truly mine is my mind. When you say something is mine, it's an illusion. It's not yours. The only thing that is mine is mind, my mind. Okay? It's my mind. It's the only thing. It's the same word, mind and mind. Like I said before, everything's one. Hot and cold is different degrees of the same thing, of the one substance, of degrees. The 7 colors are different frequencies of the one white light. Everything is one. There is only one. We are all one. Everything is one. Hot, cold, day, night. It's the same degree of one, which is mind. The mind's perception is what's giving it, labeling it hot or cold. The mind's perception of colors is what is giving it red or purple, hot or cold. There is only mind. The mind gives things perception. There is only one, that is mind. The conscious and the subconscious mind. The male and the female, these are married. The subconscious mind is your hidden part of the mind. Okay, it's hidden. You can access it through different meditations and Reiki teachings and dreams or manifestations of your subconscious. This is how you know mind and matter are one, because your mind creates matter in dreams. Your subconscious manifests everything in a dream, in the astral realms. The conscious is what you're conscious of, what you're consciously thinking of. So me, I am conscious that I am speaking into this mic and creating this video. My subconscious mind is the hidden part of the mind, which is speaking to my heart, telling it to beat. It's telling my food to digest. It's regulating all my blood. It's doing everything in my body without me being conscious of it. Without me being conscious. The subconscious is the feminine. The conscious is the male. The Bible, of course. Proverbs 12:4. Helpful, not helpful, an excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who brings shame is like rottenness in his bones. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. You can take that physically, you can take that literally, or you can take it metaphysically. See, the Bible's written in such a way where you can take it as your level of realization. He who loves his wife loves himself. If you love your subconscious, if you love yourself, you speak good about yourself, because your subconscious takes everything literally. If you say, I hate you to someone, the subconscious does not know the difference between me and someone else. It only thinks me, me, me. Why? Because mind is the only thing that exists. You are mind, I am mind. If I say, I hate you, you're saying that to yourself. Your subconscious picks that up and says, I hate myself. And that's telling your subconscious that's what you want. Because your subconscious manifests 90% of your behavior. The programs within your subconscious. Tying your shoelace is a program. You don't need to be conscious of it. You can just do it because it's a program. It's deeply interwoven in the subconscious. Driving your car.
texting on your phone. You don't have to think about what letter. You just do it because you know where the letters are. It's a program. Therefore, if you look after your subconscious, they are a married couple. It's your wife. Your subconscious is your wife. And it manifests 90% of your daily basis thought patterns, actions, behaviors, emotions, all the things that you all the trauma that you've experienced is stored within your subconscious, which is affecting you. So let's say you were in a car crash 10 years ago and you had a really traumatic event, you really hurt yourself, and you had a very, very, very strong emotion that you felt of pain. That will still affect you today. And why? Because it will manifest into your behavior. How? Well, you'll be cautious of what cars to go in and who. You'll be cautious because of that event that stored within your subconscious, because of that feeling you felt was so painful and so strong. It's still manifesting into your behavior today. For example, you won't go in certain cars, you won't go with certain drivers. The subconscious stores everything, all your memories, the programs and everything. So if you trick your subconscious